Hi, and welcome to Talking Tech. I'm your host Alejandro Hoyos, and we're here at CES 2026 at HP's booth. And today with us we have Yolanda. Hey Yolanda, how you doing?
How you doing?
We're doing great. Thank you for having us. I know you're a very busy person, but I see a lot of beautiful systems over here. Can you tell us what do we have?
Yes, extremely exciting, and thank you so much for your time here. One of the things that we are super proud of to introduce this year at CES has been our new EliteBook X G2i. And it's really a family of solutions designed for the future of AI and our most demanding customer, our modern leaders and their IT departments. So as the AI continues to evolve super rapidly from single prompt, task, cloud-based, more to multimodal agentic, intelligence, you need a PC for the future.
Right.
And with that, with Intel, we're proud to introduce, and in many of these instances, you'll see, I'll show you how we have, co-engineer and partner to bring you best solutions to that. So let's get to the product.
Sure.
All right. So this is a brand new design. So we designed this one for the future. As I said, we introduced your typical, atmospheric blue, which everybody loves, in silver, your clamshell, and also your flip versions, which allows you, that more flexibility on the go, but also a pen loss alert, for example, that allows you to, continue, with your notes, and then if you forget it, it will tell you, hey, you forgot your pen, you left your pen behind. Also, this pen has a super capacitor, which means when only 30 seconds, you can have 2 hours of continuous use of your pen. So as you're jotting down notes and meetings and all that, that will be your great companion for the more creative leaders. One of the things that we are proud this year is also about getting our devices to be super light and super fast, very performant. One of the things that only on the Intel version is the sub 1 kilogram version. And you can see it's super light. Some people think it's not real.
I know, that's what I thought at first, but then I put it on and it just came on, and it was amazing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the mouse, but yeah, it's
yes.
alive.
So one of the parts about that is, getting a PC to be super light and thin, you don't want to make any compromises, especially when you're on the go. So one of the things we've done is actually we reduced the fan by 20% weight. So we are able to keep the same size and same functionality for keeping that balance of cool and quiet as well. One of the things that also for the Intel only, we have now Eclipse Gray color. So for those that, have more like dark, and blacks as more elegant choices, we also have that on the clamshell version for Intel only as well.
Oh, it's a beautiful, so we have the clamshell, we have the flip, and it's very beautiful because I like all the different ports you guys have added to it. You have your HDMI ports, your Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5, depending on what you have in there, also as USB-C. Jack.
Audio jack, yeah.
I know,
you'll be surprised how many people still use those, right?
Oh, I am one of them.
But also you have Thunderbolt ports on both sides.
Yes.
So you can dock on either way when you're at the desk or on the go. When you're on the road, total carry weight is important, right? So we think of the full ecosystem of solution. It's not just about getting the laptop right, but it's also the AC adapters. So this is like a little delighter. We are also adding, no pun intended, your 65 watt adapter becomes super small, wall mount, right? So you can just insert this, and this is what you carry in your backpack. And then now systems require a lot more performance than before. So your 100 watt adapter also becomes this small.
I love
now
that.
Imagine carrying this guy on the road with all these cords to something this small.
Yes.
Right. Right. And then you're the 100 watt adapter. Can you imagine all of this? Right. So you lighten your load a lot. So one part that is very different about this generation is how we also have made strides into making our devices more serviceable. Normally in this class, it will take over an hour to replace the keyboard. That's one of the items that are mostly replaced over time. And also when you redeploy keyboard across different employees, you want to give them a fresh keyboard.
Right.
So this is what we call a top mount keyboard design. With a tool as simple as a prying tool or a guitar pick, when you remove the escape key, you can just peel this off, unpack the ribbon connectors here, and you are able to replace the keyboard in under 10 minutes.
Wow.
So you can put different localizations, and and you can just provide a fresh keyboard to your employees as well.
Thank you. I think you also were talking about like how important it is to service, and also that like one of the things that we look at the most is the battery, right, and how easily it's to remove all these different parts.
Among the three more serviceable parts is normally battery, keyboard, and fans. With batteries, only 2 screws, the same tools that you use to remove the cover, and then the fans, because there are a lot of moving parts in there. So over time they may need more replacement. But the keyboard is obviously has been a pain point for many of our customers that say, hey, it's taking too much time and it's adding a lot of downtime to my business. So you want to reduce that as much as possible and get people back on work.
No, I think this is great. You also think earlier we were talking about like the different approaches you've taken to the materials of the laptop. Yes,
we continue committed to making strides in sustainability, and one portion of that is materials. So this year we are adding so many more recyclable materials. One of the ones is actually we're putting car parts. So we are in, these EliteBooks have metals from steering wheels, tire rims, including carbon black from tires. So that is being used for the chassis and the bezels in the notebook, and also to achieve that black color as well. This year, also with this series, we are introducing the first business notebooks with TUV certified copper. What does that mean? It means HP recycles parts from HP electronics and put them back into our systems.
These systems look great. I was really impressed, especially, well, all of them, but I really like here is this because you have a full-size pen, which actually, I have big hands, so it's really nice to have it here. And you said with the super capacitor being able to charge it within 30 seconds and get 2 hours. That's
yes,
really nice.
Yes. And it's continuous use, right?
Continuous use, yes.
Yeah, and it's not really the pen for like drafting or illustrations, right? That's a different persona. Like but this is really for folks who need to like make quick notes, jot down, and now there's a lot more than just a pen. You can use that to zoom parts in your screen. You can program the buttons as well, and you can remove it when you are even on tablet mode. You can easily remove it from tablet or in the full-size clamshell. Okay, so we've been talking about all the different innovations that you guys have brought to the table. Also, but one of the things that the people are looking for the most is like battery power and battery performance. So what can you tell us about this amazing notebook on that side? So we have been actually maniacal about power because every minute on the road for you matters, for our motor leaders, right? So one of the things that we've been working with our Intel teams, partnering to ensure that we have the best power and performance together. Things that we've done, for example, this year is battery life extender, which gives you even 2 extra hours when your battery starts running low. That's one piece that is only on the Intel systems. Right. Another one is Smart HDR, which means you can still enjoy rich, high definition content without sacrificing the visuals or battery life as well. We also have OLED systems. So we have now 3 more OLED panels, including tandem OLED, 500 nit, 300 nit OLED, and you need power, right, for those. We're not sacrificing any of that either. In fact, our testing says, it's over 35 hours. So you can be going much longer, than typical times. No, that is great. And kind of one of the reasons that this system is so good at saving power and being able to last for so long. It also has to do a little bit with the architecture of the processor, of the latest processor that we just launched, which is Panther Lake, our Intel Corsair Trace processor, which is great. As you said, now that we have OLED screens, those might need a little bit more power, but we know with all the different architectural changes, we've been able to at least sustain or improve the battery performance. Absolutely, and for that you need the PC for the future and the processor of the future. Yes. Right, and this is why with the new evolution of AI and as fast as it's going, a PC can handle a lot of tasks concurrently all the time. And it's not just tasks, it's agents doing the work for you. So you save a lot of time in your day-to-day work, but also you're not sacrificing power on that, and you have a very performance system for that. Yeah, that is great. And before we started talking, I kind of sneak in behind you without looking at it. I was looking at the configuration, and this one, it looks amazing because this is the Core Ultra X7
which that means that it has the highest integrated graphics in it, and it also has a 64 gigabytes of memory and has a 1 terabyte SSD drive, which is great because nowadays there's a lot of things that you need to save and need a lot of space, and I just love the form factor. So it is great to see what you guys have done and also what the capabilities with your guys' design, not only chassis accessibility and different types of power managements, but also with the Intel Core processor and the different architecture we're able to do there.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the partnership. Let's continue innovating and selling.
Yes, let's do that, Yolanda. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, so now we're here with Kevin, and we're going to be talking about the gaming system. Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Going well, going well.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you again.
It is, definitely. So for gaming at CES for HP, the first big news is that HyperX is now our master gaming brand. The Omen family is the family of PCs and monitors as part of our HyperX brand, just like Cloud is the headset brand and Pulsefire is the mouse brand. So Omen is our PC brand. But when we look at products we're announcing at CES, this HyperX Omen Max 16 gaming PC is just a fantastic product. It's got the most recent Intel Core Ultra Series 3 processors. It's all the way up to NVIDIA GeForce 5090 graphics. So playing on this machine, I mean, you've got the power of a desktop, and you really are not going to have a problem with performance on your games. But to support that power, we actually have a total platform power here of 300 watts. And that's the highest you'll find in the industry. Nobody has gone more than 300 watts total platform power in a gaming laptop. Now to do that, you have to be able to cool it.
Right.
We've enhanced our Omen Tempest cooling system, larger vapor chamber. We've added a third fan. We've added some airflow routing. We use a special thermal compound that's a combination of paste and liquid metal to make sure that our heat transfer is as great as we can make it. So we're able to cool that 300 watts of platform power. Now, you have to be able to see your games as well. Our display is a 3K OLED display. It's a 240 hertz refresh rate, so very fast. You're not going to miss a move on the display. And it's up to 500 nits, so very bright. Play in any kind of environment, you're going to be able to see what's going on. So the second part of gaming, that display has got to be great. Now, if you're playing with the keyboard, your input from the keyboard, you can't afford to miss any keys. So on here we've gone to 1,000 hertz polling rate keyboard. And that means that any key press is going to be detected. You're not going to have a problem with a missed key press or anything of that sort. Also, the machine is beautiful. It's got per key RGB. It's got a nice light bar across the front that allows you to personalize this the way you want it. The keyboard can look the way you want it, emphasize certain keys, anything like that, change the light bar. It's all adjustable in the Omen Lighting Studio. Finally, people keep asking about AI, and we're supporting Omen AI on this machine. Now, what does that do for you? Well, traditionally, gamers have had to investigate on YouTube and search the internet and all of that for the optimal settings for their games. Well, Omen AI takes care of that for you. It can suggest, it can determine system settings, OS settings, game settings, all of that. And beyond just telling you what to do, with one button, it will make those changes for you. So you end up with a machine that's going to give you the best frames per second that you can get. So this Omen Max 16 gaming laptop, great display, plenty of power, beautiful look, and ready for you to play.
It's a beautiful system. I really like it, and like you said, it's definitely a battle station for gamers. It has all the specs that you need to do and have a great experience when you're gaming. I love it. And when we were looking at it earlier of all the different I/O ports that you guys have here, and I love that there's a two Thunderbolt ports over here. You have the audio jack. I am pretty much a geek when it comes to audio jacks. Your Type A, and then back here, which is actually really nice. It's really nice when you actually have the HDMI port in the back, and love
the network port, yeah.
Exactly, and the RJ45. I love systems with RJ45, and you have your power. So this is really nice because it doesn't get in the way when you're gaming and you have your mouse. And then, yeah, you have here another Type A and also the exhaust for the cooling, and it's great to see.
Now, one thing that people sometimes ask is, with that 300 watts of platform power, how do you get that power into the machine? And I mean, people talk about big power bricks. Well, this is a 460 watt power brick. And we've gone to GaN technology for our power bricks, so that this one is actually no larger than last year's that was 100 watts less.
Wow.
So yeah, it's big, but it's nowhere near as big it would be if we hadn't innovated with the GaN technology.
No, that makes sense. And for such an amazing machine with so much performance underneath, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for having us. Okay, so right now we're here still in an HP booth, and we're going to be talking to Eric. Hey, Eric, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Thank you so much for having us. So what do we have here?
So this is the OmniBook Ultra 14. This is a very unique and super cool device. We're able to claim that it's the world's most durably slim notebook, and for a few reasons. First of all, we passed 20 different mil-spec standard tests on this device, and it has a really slim 10.7 millimeter profile on the rear. Now, when we were thinking about a thin and light device, sometimes consumers think thin and light means flimsy, it means not durable, it means I'm going to break it. We didn't want people to feel that way with an ultra premium device. We wanted you to feel confident in it. So not only do we have these mil-spec standard tests, but we also changed the way the aluminum was milled. So instead of CNC milled aluminum, we've done forged stamping on this device. With forged stamping, it kind of works like how you would manufacture a sword, sort of. You heat it up, you fold it over, you tamp it down, you make it stronger. So it makes the aluminum much stronger on the chassis, and it makes the corners where you typically drop a device much stronger as well. So it's not just durable, it's also super powerful as well. It has the Intel Core Ultra X9 processor all the way up to the top end one that you can get. So it's up to 120 iGPU tops. Super powerful. You can definitely light game on this. We've been playing Painkiller on it all day upstairs. It's been working really great, really smooth. So if you want to game on this on the go, you can. For creators, it's a fantastic device as well, because it has a 3K OLED touch display. So you've got everything you need in this package. The last thing that's really unique about it, this is the first time in consumer we've done a vapor chamber in a slim PC. So not only is it powerful, we also have the ability to cool it really efficiently. So it's got everything you need all wrapped in one stylish and sleek device.
Nice. I really like what you guys have done here. And like you said, it's pretty light. It's pretty thin, actually. Very impressive how thin it is. And it's great. I see you can still have, you have all your Thunderbolt ports here. You have up to 3, and then you have your audio jack because you're looking for that thickness. And it does feel pretty rugged, pretty stiff, especially on the bezel. And I really like how clean, especially this color that you guys are using. It is really, really nice. Eric, thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.